This application video will cover 90-degree square and radius corners. Our first example will be starting at an outside 90-degree corner and going down the wall, leaving the stub wall or other surface clean. Starting at the edge with a clean trowel edge, Eric will place 4 to 5 trowelfuls of material at the corner. Remember, when doing any edge, do 3 to 4 linear feet at a time, pulling the material 6 to 12 inches into the field area at appropriate thickness. This will make a quicker application along any edge. He keeps his edge clean by cleaning the excess material on the trowel against the hock or the wall, as in previous videos. Next, he spreads the material on the wall side to appropriate thickness with standard trowel movements. He then addresses the corner and will use a second clean trowel to create a false inside corner. He slides the clean trowel onto the clean wall, pushing any excess material away from the clean wall and creating the false inside corner. He will then work on this false inside corner area to create a clean, crisp edge that is at appropriate thickness and without voids. As you can see, he cleans the clean trowel on a rag before placing it back on the wall so that he does not get any dye or fiber on the stub wall. He then repeats this step for the 3 to 4 linear feet he has placed on the corner. He removes the clean trowel by sliding it against the other trowel towards himself, while at the same time he is holding the other trowel right on the corner. He holds the second trowel at an angle so that just the left edge is at the corner and holding the material on the edge in place. He repeats this step until he is satisfied with the appearance of the corner. That is one of the advantages of this product. You can continue to work with the material for an hour or two, giving you great open time to ensure a beautiful installation. When you QC the corner with the trowel, use very light pressure so as not to pull the material away from this newly finished edge. He would now clean the stub wall with a wet rag. You should clean and QC as much as possible while the material is wet, leaving only minor cleanup and touch-up to the next day. We are now going to do the same square corner, but we are going to wrap the corner this time. Eric will lay material on the corner, squeezing about a ½ inch over the edge all the way down, bringing the pies out into the field 6 to 12 inches. Don't hang too much over the edge, as gravity will come into play. You then leave the flat wall area alone. Your next move will be to address the stub wall and the overhang. Flatten this overhang against the stub wall using the very edge of the trowel. You will push this material against the stub wall, again using the very edge of the trowel. If you use the middle, it tends to stick to the material. Eric is now addressing the wall side of the material. Bringing it to appropriate thickness, like any wall area, and using light pressure at the corner. If you apply too much pressure at the corner, the drywall corner will show through. And actually a little thick at the corner is okay. Eric is now going to the other side and will address the stub wall. You can do the opposite wall first, just like the first side, or you can do the smaller stub first and pull material around the corner onto the wall. This is a personal preference and can be done either way. Just be aware of the thickness in small areas like the stub wall. If you choose to do the stub wall or small area last, again beware of the thickness. In a second, Eric will ride the wall, pushing the trowel hard up against the top, and at the top edge you will see the drywall corner showing through. He then uses light movements to bring this area back to normal thickness. Again, light sculpting movements with just the edge of the trowel. If your material's too sticky, take a misting bottle and mist the edge of your trowel. It will make things a lot slicker. Eric's now looking at the wall, the corner from all angles, ensuring from any angle that there are no bumps or voids, and doing a final QC so that the wall looks perfect. We are now going to wrap a radius corner. To start with, you will squeeze about a half an inch to an inch of material over the corner, the same as wrapping a square corner. Eric will do 3 to 4 linear feet vertically and will pull the material 6 to 12 inches onto the wall side. Again, these are the same basic steps as the square corner. He will use the edge of the trowel, as he just pointed out, to then lay the overhang down on the stub wall. Remember, for any corner work, using the edge of the trowel will smooth the material. If you use the middle of the trowel, it will stick and pull the material. He's now doing the opposite side in the same fashion, leaving a little overhang, and he lays it down into the center. Finishing the wall side, he'll now address the stub wall. Very, very little pressure, just folding over these edges. Light pressure, almost like a sculpting movement. Taking any excess material from both sides and filling in the stub before he adds any new material. Using only small amounts. It's very easy to overfill small areas. He just made a edge by pushing too hard. He'll now clean that up, again using very light movements. He'll now QC all the corners, looking from all angles. A typical corner wall like this might take 10 minutes to do from top to bottom. If the material on the wall becomes too slippery and moves too easily, walk away for 10 minutes and let the material firm up a little bit. Remember, the scratch coat underneath will become slippery if the material sits on it too long and you continue to play with it. If it becomes too sticky, a misting bottle, just a light amount of mist, will slick the edge of your trowel.